Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here. I'm going to make circle pockets today. It's been a while since I've made them, so please forgive me if I sort of fumble my way through it, but let's get into it and just see what happens. I said circle pockets. I'm actually only intending on making one. So I thought, why did I say pockets? So I have here just a children's melamine plate, which I'm going to use to make my circle with. And just so you know, it's 8.5 inches or around about 21.5 centimeters. You can use a compass or a cutting tool, whatever you like. I'm just using a plate because I find it easier. And I'm putting it towards the corner so I've got as much of the pretty paper left over as possible. So I'm just going to trace around it. Oh, that was very close to the edge there, but we're okay. Okay, easy peasy so far. And I'm going to cut it out. So don't be too worried about cutting a circle. It's not going to affect it if you're a bit off, if it turns out not quite so circular. Pretty sure it'll be absolutely a-okay. So I'm using double-sided scrapbook paper today because with this design you do see both sides. But I've got a little something different planned with this one, something I've never done before. I've been thinking about it for a long time. So rather than make a prototype and check that yes it works and it's all going to look really good, I'm just bringing you guys along for the ride. So hopefully this will provide you some inspiration. If it turns out, I think it will turn out. I hope it will turn out. I hope it also entertains you, because it could very well go completely pear-shaped and just be a hoot of a video and how not to do things. Hopefully we have some fun along the way either way. And I hope you're all doing well today. It's cold. I am cold. I held off lighting the fire until midday, and then it's like, this is crazy. I'm just so cold and I can't function properly when I'm cold. So I thought, right, I'm going to light the fire. Now this paper has got a direction on it, so this side obviously needs to go up that way, because one, because of the birds, two, because of the writing in the background. This side is a beautiful floral lace with a bit of grunge to it. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's super, super pretty. I'm going to grab out my scoreboard. I always look for it to my right, but it's to my left, and I just do it every single time. Don't know why I do that, but I do. One of those crazy things about life. Okay, so I'm not sure which way round I want this. So we're going to just have a play. So I need the midpoint. Actually, I might do it on the direction so I know I've got it the right way round. That might be a good place to start. So we're at 8.5, did I say? I can't even, whoops, clang, bang, crash. Just making sure, yes, 8.5. So we want to go 4.25 is midway. So I'm not scoring it there, I'm just using it to try and work out where I want to score it. In fact, do I want to, 4.25, I want to fold it in each side basically into the middle. No, I don't think I do want to score it. Like I said, it's been a while. It's been a while. So I think what I need to do is work out where the middle is. That's what I need to do. So let's, oh, okay, it is actually 8.75. How bizarre. Must be because I did around the outside, so it's growing a little bit. So 4 1/4 is no longer the middle, so we need to go 4 3/16. Will that work? I think it will. So find the middle, just make a little mark, and we're going to fold in the side. Again, I'm just trying to make sure it's straight. If you're not got a directional paper, then it's not so important. And I'm going to fold the side in, hopefully straight, to that point, to that midpoint. You can have a little gap there, it doesn't matter. Just roughly, approximately, shall we say. And so now we've got a straight edge there to work with. You can line that up and fold this side in to meet that center point as well. And give it a good crease. You could do this with any size. This is just the size I'm making. That paper is cracking a little bit, but it'll be fine. Okay, the next thing is folding it up. How far? I'm trying to remember. I'm just going to go for it. And maybe it will turn out how I think it will, and maybe it won't. So folding it up that way, and then I think we trim off these corners. Well, don't trim them off, just cut down on the inside of the crease to the fold line. I think I'm doing this right. If worst comes to worst, I'll be stopping this video and restarting it with a new bit of paper. Okay. I think that's right. And if not, well, it still actually looks okay. Don't you think? We've got bits of bird, but that's okay. The other option is to fold it the other way. So let's have a look and see which way we prefer. So fold it so the birds are on the outside and the lace is in the middle. I think originally these bits come in from the side, not from the bottom, but I actually quite like them coming from the bottom. Actually, do I like that better? I think I might like that better. Yeah, I'm going to go with it this way round. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure all those are nicely creased since I've folded it back the other way. And do some inking. Much easier to do that now, so I'm only going to ink the bits that are showing. So the top there, the top here, and I'm just using vintage photo, and then this edge here, and this bit here. Now I do need to trim just a little bit off this here so it doesn't hang over. Yep, so we can ink that bottom edge and down this edge. And then let's check this one. Yep, again we'll just trim off a little bit of that edge. That's better. Let's do that. Hopefully you can follow along with this, guys. I am going fairly quickly, which Makes a change, doesn't it? Like that, and that bottom edge, and this bottom edge. Now this is designed to glue down on the page, so you don't need to worry about the back, unless you want to make it a floating pocket, in which case, if you're an inker, then go ahead and ink the back. So, have we got everywhere? Yes, we've got everywhere. Cool. So, to start with, I'm going to glue down these little front tucks here. I'm not going to glue everything down because there's a step I want to do that I haven't done before. So on these, all I'm going to do is put a line of glue down the straight edge on these wee flaps. Just like so. That's that one. So cute little place to tuck some tickets or stamps or mini ephemera, mini playing cards or whatever you like, tea cards, lots of options, labels, etc. Okay, this one I'm also going to glue down. Now I'm just checking that it's well within the fold lines, so it's a little bit of cracking. Will be fine. So this is going to be your main pocket at the back. So just down the two straight sides and pop it in place. So we've only got bits of birds, and it doesn't really matter that that's upside down, I think, because these are the right side up. It obscures that, and it's just texture and background. Right, now comes for the bit I have not done before. Before we glue these two down, I'm going to make some holes. Now you could use a crocodile, you could use eyelets, but I'm not going to. I think I need to, just so they end up relatively even, I think I'm going to be sensible and do some measurements. So I think I'm going to go 1/4 of an inch either side. Yeah, quarter of an inch, or about a centimetre, or just short of a centimetre either side, and I'm going to do that 3 times, I think. Space them out, whatever spacing you like. So, and I'm just eyeballing that the distance between them is about the same. And I might have to just juggle that a little bit when I'm punching the holes if I haven't left enough space. Do I want to use a crocodile? It's probably a smaller hole than this. Oh, actually, I want to go further up than that. I'm going to do more than 3 because I think it will look cool. So just trying to keep that center line roughly with my line in the middle of where the two pieces meet, to then mark off my 1/4 inch. Okay, so as it curves out, the distance gets greater. So if I keep it 1/4 of an inch, it's going to be too close to the edge. So I need to then fan it out a bit. So I'm going to realign my ruler. So I'm using the 1 inch as the center point now. And instead of 1/4 inch, I am going to go 1, 2, 3 sixteenths. 1, 2, 3 sixteenths. And then up the next one. And I'm going to go out 1, 2, 3, 4 sixteenths. 1, 2, 3, 4/16. So it's gradually just curving out a bit. Right, I think I want a smaller hole. So bear with me a moment. I've just got to move everything that's sitting in front of the drawer where my crocodile is. I know, I just make life so hard for myself. It's just, there's never enough places to put things. So I'm not going to put eyelets in, but I am going to use my crocodile to make the holes. Because actually I'm going to test this. Scrap of paper. I've never actually tested the size of the hole, so I know the little one is little. So I'm going to punch this one, and I might as well do the little one as well, just for comparison's sake. So there's the two of the crocodile, and then this one I suspect is quite a lot larger, and yes it is. So I think I might go with this size, so the largest one on the crocodile. So which side are we? That side. Okay. And now I've got to try and see all my little pencil marks and just positioning the pencil mark about in the center of the punch. There's those three that are all in a row, and then one that's a bit further over, and then the one that's a bit further over again. Okay, like that. I hope this looks good. Excuse me. It feels like my throat's all clogged. Hopefully that sip of tea just helped wash whatever it was away. It was really weird. It was like there was something sitting in the back of my throat all of a sudden. And next one, and then out a little bit more, and then out again for our fifth one. Clean up all our little holes. Yes, right. Now, oh, I do apologise. There's something that's wanting to be annoying in my throat. I haven't long finished there. I haven't long since finished lunch, so maybe it's just some bits of food or something. I don't know if this bit of ribbon is going to be long enough, but I'm going to give it a go because I think it's quite a pretty light silver, or mid silver, I guess. So if it's not long enough, we'll just have to pull it out and start again. So I'm going to crisscross them. So what I'm going to do is like a laced bodice for the front of this. Oops, keep them straight. It would look pretty with eyelets, but you would have to make sure your spacing is wide enough apart to allow for the eyelet to fit in there, and you would need quite a few. And I thought, oh, using that many eyelets, I don't know that I want to do that. So you could also use hole reinforcers. I haven't really left enough room for that, so we're not going to worry. There's not going to be a lot of strain on it, so yeah, not super worried about it tearing or anything. Just want to get these in before I glue it down, and then I'll tighten them up once it's glued down. Just Just, I think if I glued it down first, then I'd have less ability to kind of get in there and weave these in and out. I think this is going to be long enough. Woohoo! I can't tell you how long it is because I didn't even measure it. It was just a scrap that I found in my ribbon bag. I thought, oh, let's see if that works. I did bring some other options out, but I mean, that would have been lovely. This pale purple would have been lovely, perhaps not quite so visible. And then I had quite a wide ribbon, which I think would have been too wide for this these holes that I made, and kind of the wrong purple as well. So I think I'm happy with that silvery grey there. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and just glue under this bottom edge. This is where a fine needle nose tip is excellent. If you haven't got something that can get in under there, then you might want to glue it down and then just wrestle with the holes. But these bottles, I got a 2-pack for around $3 or $4, so they're not super expensive. And it's just revolutionized my glue use. It's made it so much easier, less fussy, less messy. And my glue goes so much further than what it did before. And now I just use it everywhere because it's easier often than glue stick. Right, so now that that's down, I'm just going to tighten that. Actually, do I want to? Tighten these up. Oops, that's not sitting. Just make sure it's sitting nicely. That one still needs work. And just ease them until you're happy with how they're sitting. Cute. Okay, now I'm just going to tie it in a knot and then in a bow. Oops. If I can wrestle the ribbon. I don't want the bows too big. So just fluffing with them to get them how I want them. I'm just going to give a little angle cut right on the edge of the ribbon, just to give it that wee point. Helps stop it fraying, and it looks good too. And that one. And there's the wee circle pocket, which is, I think, really, really sweet, and just with this added detail, I think just gives it a different level. So what we have is, that ribbon might be in the way, but I think it's fine. There's a wee tuck there, and a wee tuck here, and then you've got a pocket here, and then you've got your bigger pocket at the back. And when it goes on a page, just got one sitting here, just a bit of coffee dyed paper here. When you put it on a page, you could glue it here and have another pocket at the top, or you could glue it here, here and here and have a side pocket, or vice versa. You could have it open on the other side, depending what side of the page it's on. Or you could have it tip in and, oh, I like that idea. Ooh. Okay, that's something I hadn't considered before. But how fun would that be as a tip-in? Little flippy do. And then you could either cover that with writing paper or leave it as is. And then, you know, if you're putting it on a page where you wanted to preserve the writing space like this, then doing it as a tip-in would work. But if you're doing it on, you know, like a book page or something that didn't have writing space on it anyway, then you would just, you know, plonk it on. In the world of junk journaling, we plonk things on, don't we? With great thought and choice as to what looks good, the aesthetic. Okay, how are we going on time? We have got about half an hour. So what I'm wondering is about making some ephemera to go in this. So I'm just going to clear off my crocodile because I'm not going to be, don't think I'll be needing it. I'll just sit it on the floor in case. Another sip of my tea. So we have this offcut from making the pocket. It'd be really nice to make some journal card. I think we could get, can we get a journal card out of that? Got the curve out of it, so it would be, okay, it would go in this laced pocket here, not in the back pocket, but the laced pocket. Oh goodness, go away throat, whatever you're doing. Don't need that. So let's use my fancy new guillotine from Fiskars that I absolutely love. Which way round are we going? This way. And how wide do we need it? I guess we need it as wide as we can get it where that circle is. So I'm just going to chop it where that narrow point is, because that kind of dictates the widest we can go. Okay, that makes another fun little scrap. What am I trying to do? Actually, we can go down further, go down to here. So I'm still learning how to use this. I mean, it's really easy, but just where I need to line it up to cut things, that sort of thing. And then let's go about there, I think. Oh, I like that. So definitive. Chomp in it. It cuts so cleanly and nicely. I absolutely love it. So just checking it's going to fit in there. Might need to just take a smidge off the side just to make it fit a little bit more comfortably. Oops. See, this is one of the traps I've found, is if you don't hold the guard down, the paper moves and then it doesn't cut straight. I haven't done it often enough that I've completely learnt the lesson yet. Just checking it again that it fits down in there. Yep, that fits in there. Now, do I want that side or do I want this side? Right, there we go. Just hold your tongue the right way when you're putting it in. That's cute. I'm thinking this would make really nice writing side. You could easily write on that with a black pen. So I think I'm going to decorate this side up, because I don't want it all same. Like, that would be boring. As pretty as it is, that would be boring. So let's grab some music, or maybe a scrap. Let's not start into a fresh piece when we've got scraps to use. If I can find a scrap. Here we go. Any scrap will do, not a whole sheet, because that would be, oh, this is it's quite far apart, that, but I think we can just use this bit. And sometimes I don't mind the writing on sheet music, and sometimes I just think, oh, it's annoying. So if it's in pencil, it gives you the option of whether you leave it or rub it out. If it's in pen, well, you're kind of stuck with it, aren't you? But this is in pencil, and I think it would be prettier without. It's what you get with vintage music. Often it's been written on. So I'm just gonna. Why am I using my scissors when I've got this fancy new machine? Honestly, I've been looking for every opportunity to actually use it, because it's just fun and it's new and it's exciting. Are you like this when you get a new tool? You just want to do everything with it. So I might not cover everything, like I might just leave some parts of the background. That's where I cut myself when I opened the guillotine. Crazy. I didn't cut on the guillotine, I cut myself on the packaging. Lethal plastic stuff. Really is. It should have a caution or a hazard warning on the packaging, because really it's ridiculous how lethal that packaging is. So before I even got the guillotine out, I had cut myself. That's a fine how do you do. Fortunately, it wasn't too bad. It didn't even bleed. It just was annoying, and now the bit of skin that I cut into is starting to come off. Right. Can you tell I was inking this morning? Inking on my glue page. Right, so I'm just going to start with a bit of music, and then we'll see what else we're going to add. So this pocket is going to be for the floral theme journal that I'm just starting to make, which is going to be my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. It'll be open internationally. I'm not quite at 1,000 yet, but I'm not far off. As of filming this video, I was 8 away, so I was at 992 subscribers. So I imagine I hope I'll hit 1,000 fairly quickly, and then I'll launch the giveaway. So it's not on yet, and I'm only just starting to make the prize. So yeah, we'll launch that soon, and it'll help me move along and get the journal made, won't it? Well, that's the theory. Right, what else have we got that we could use? So it is a floral themed journal. I think I said that, but just in case. Ooh, what about a scrap of this beautiful lavender gift wrap? So it definitely goes up that way. Just gonna tear off that edge. That edge. Okay. Snip that there. Glue stick. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying what you're seeing, I would love it and be absolutely totally grateful if you would subscribe to my channel. it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free. It's, you know, if you don't want to be notified with new videos, then you can turn their notification bell off. I never have notification bells on for any videos, any channels that I've subscribed to, because I just go searching. I look in my list of subscribed channels and it's like, who do I feel like watching? And I'll go through. You know, I've got my regulars that I watch, and then I've got others that I dip in and out of as I have time. I think I might put that bit on as well. And I just can't be bothered with notifications because I just haven't got the time to be watching that many channels all the time, because I've got a lot of subscriptions. So turn the notification bell off if you don't want to be notified, and then just don't forget about that channel. You know, it depends on your habits. I am well used to going and looking for a channel and checking what they're up to and choosing something to watch. I think I just want a little snippet of that actually. So cut that down a little bit more. Just have that bit there. So that's a little tip for you. You know, if you want to subscribe but don't want to get the notifications, or just want to help that channel out with subscriber numbers, turn the notification bell off. And that's probably not going to make me popular amongst YouTubers, because a lot of them will say, you know, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified of new videos. It's like, not for me, I'm afraid. And if you turn it off, then I'm all good with not having the notification bell, because I find it super annoying. But that's just me. I might be doing myself a disservice by telling you to turn it off if you don't want it on, but there you go. I don't ever want to be annoying to anybody. I'd rather just have you pop in when you want to. If you like the content, then you'll come back. You don't need to be notified, because I put a video up every day of the week, Monday to Friday, New Zealand time. So it's slightly different. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, the timing will be different. But 5 videos a week. So, and they always, well, I schedule them for the same time every day, which is 11:30 New Zealand time. But sometimes if there's a hiccup or something, it might be late, or if I forget to schedule it, or, you know, but most of the time, 11:30 a.m. New Zealand time, my videos go up Monday to Friday. So you don't need to be notified, because you just know there'll be a new video. Unless, you know, I've said like I'm away. No, I don't think pink is not working for me here. I'm just hunting in my bag for sort of colours that might work with this. I'm finding it very difficult to look, actually, in my bag of scraps. Just thinking, what else can I use if I'm not finding the colours that I need? That could almost work, but no, it couldn't. What are you talking about, woman? That would not work. Ooh, this is pink, but I'm not unhappy with that. It's a little snippet from one of my printables. I'm going to go with it, I think. And then I'll just have a little gap to fill in the middle. And now that I'm kind of covering it all, I'm wondering whether I need to cover this bottom bit, and I probably will. So there you go. From the one who said you don't need to cover it all. Hey, it's a journey. It's a journey of discovery and play. So that's my personal philosophy on YouTube. And I've got people, regulars that I follow, that I know, it gives you a green dot beside their name when they've posted something new. So all you have to do is look along the list, and green dots are ones that have new content you haven't looked at yet. And it's like, well, which of those do I want to watch right now? And I choose one and watch it. Like, it's easy peasy. Right, this and this. Do we want to just pop this little scrap here along the bottom? Oh, I think that would be rather nice. Did I cut that straight? Probably not, but anyway, gets it closer. Just don't want to end up gluing everything, and then so it'll still need a bit of trimming. Maybe theirs not as gluey. This lavender paper is what I wrapped my mum's birthday present in for her 80th, which was Saturday just gone. So I had some scraps of it that I just popped in my scrap bag. And it's very sticky. I did not avoid the glue patch on my page. So shiny paper is easy to clean the glue off, as long as you don't get it too wet. It is only thin paper. Right, just dry it off with my fingers. Straighten it up. And another sip of my tea before my throat does something stupid again. Keep hydrated, my friends. Very important. Ooh, come off of the that was harder than it needed to be. It's actually very easy to be not hydrated when you're doing a video, because you're so busy talking and doing things, and you do forget to take a drink, unless like you had a sudden thirst, or like me, you get that thing happening in your throat where it's just like, okay, I need to have a drink and see if I can sort out whatever's catching, because that was worse than froggy. That was just full on, almost can't speak past whatever's in my throat. Okay, and I've got one little patch here. Okay, back into the bag of scraps we go, on the hunt. I don't think I've got a lot that's kind of purple. Here's a bit of map. That's actually got purplish tones to it, so we might be able to use that little scrap. Just a tiny wee scrap, and that's all we need, is a tiny wee scrap. It has got torn edges, but torn with a ruler, so they're straight. So I'm just making them a little less uniform. There we go. Baby scraps are really useful. That's what that is. It's a baby scrap. Oh, can we take it about down a bit so we don't lose that lovely bit of lavender sticking out there? Awesome. And all it needs now is a focal point. Or, you know, label, word, number, anything like that. Just wondering about these flowers from Artsology. And it doesn't need to be purple. This is the same one, but this is when my cyan was clogged and wasn't printing. So I kept them because they're still pretty. They're just not true to colour. Again, that's from the same batch that didn't print properly. There's a birdie on this one with the flower. Some blue, no. Tell you what, a flower might not actually be what I want, because we have flowers in the background. And it is a floral journal I'm making, but, you know, you can't just like have only flowers. You need birds and bugs and, you know, butterflies and other things to offset, because otherwise it's just going to be like too too same, and that gets a bit boring, a bit monotonous, and oh, that's pretty, and I like the colour contrast. Yeah, you need contrast. That's exactly what you need. You need contrast. Okay, I need to cut out this little bit between little birdie's legs. Just thinking about which areas I want to cut. I don't do this at the time because the bits are so small that it would tear and they'd get caught up on each other. You know how you put a whole lot of threads in a bag and they just all tangle? Well, the same thing happens if you have small bits with lots of cutouts. They just get stuck up on each other, which is a completely different stuck up to someone who's a snob. I don't know, that was random, but that's just what popped into my head. Do they use that term anymore, stuck up? Or is that kind of dating me? It's probably dating me, isn't it? I can handle it. Tell me if it's dating me, or if it actually still is something that people say, or younger people is what I mean. If younger people still use that term. Younger people than me. Okay, there we go. Not too painful, was it, to cut that little bit out? Okay, now my ink. I've kind of had a little shuffle around of my desk. Not permanently, just, you know, what I was working on this morning, and so some things aren't where they normally are, like my ink pad. It's like, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Easily accessible, just not quite in the same spot, and so it's like you reach for it where it normally is, and it's like, nope. Where did I put it? Okay, give you a little edge there, birdie. Just quite subtle, but you know, takes away any white and gives it a little bit of an outline, a little bit of definition. And we want some maybe book page or something. A little bit of dictionary here. Maybe something vertical behind him. Or her. It's probably a him. He's nice and brightly coloured. So it's probably a him. Oh yes, I like that. Just sets him off nicely. Choose all the pretty papers, collage them up, and then cover them up. 'Tis the junk journalist story. But you never know in the finished article what's going to peek out and what isn't. Okay, let's glue that on there. So I hope you're excited for the giveaway. I am. I am conscious that I need to get cracking and get this journal done so that, you know, whoever ends up winning the giveaway when I eventually launch it doesn't have to wait too long to receive their prize. And I did say at the beginning, but I'll reiterate it, I will post internationally, so it's open wherever in the world you are. And, you know, that's a good thing because it's not cheap to post internationally. But, you know, subscribers are from all over the world, so I don't see why you shouldn't be in for the running. And so when it comes, please do enter. And watch the progress of watching the journal come together. That'll be fun. Just got the word sick there. So I'm just making sure I cover part of that word up so you can't tell what it says. pretty. I think the glue's going to be dry enough now, so I do want to round the corners. I'm going to use my envelope punch board for this because I find it gives a better result quite often. Oh, Kelly's come down from the cat bed. Hey Kelly. She's been spending so much time at home lately. It's wonderful. She's pretty much inside every night, and then goes out after breakfast, and then quite often she's back during the day and has some more time inside. And about anywhere between lunchtime and afternoon she'll head out again and then come back for tea. So there's just one night recently where she didn't come back for tea, but she's actually turned it back into our cat again. Instead of spending all her days down a couple of doors down, she's now come back to being properly our cat, I feel. Because those people that she was going to their place moved, so she obviously got upset by the changes, and the new people might not have been receptive to her. And it's only because she doesn't get on with one of or two of our other cats. But now she comes home and she has her posse and she growls if they come near. And they're kind of learning to leave her alone. Still a little progress to make, but I'm just so happy to, to have her around and have cuddles and see her. It's so nice. I think we need a little word. I feel like I haven't dived into these, oh gosh, box is grubby, for ages. The Spring Bounty words from Junk Journal Studio. It's like I was pulling into these so much, and then I feel like I haven't done it for ages. We do have purple ones. Do we want a purple one? Glee. Glee. What else have we got? Butterflies. Well, it's not a butterfly, so probably not. Hope. I actually think I prefer the pink on this. Splendorous. Isn't that a fun word? Well, there's the happiness, large happiness in pink. I like that. Okay. So, Spring Bounty from the Junk Journal Studio. Oops. Never work out which way to put this lid on the box. And I think that's all we need on this. Just a word, and I think it's good to go. So I don't know how we're going for time. So I'll check that, and if we've got time, we'll look at making something else. Happiness is a bird chirping. I just love the dawn chorus. Every time I step outside and you just hear the birds singing, it's just one of the joys of life. Okay, so there's that one that will tuck in our laced pocket there. Holding your tongue right. Okay, so we need a larger one for the back pocket and then some small bits and pieces for these side ones. Right, we're at time really. Okay, so we got the pocket made and got one journal card made for it. And I love the way the bird's poking out between there. That was a happy accident because I wasn't planning it. But I think that's super cute. I hope this was inspiring. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you could follow along okay, because I did kind of rush through it. But yeah, hopefully you could understand. Let me know if you've got any questions. Please like the video, leave me a comment. I love to hear from you guys. It really gives me a lot of encouragement and big smiles when you leave me a comment. I enjoy reading everyone and I respond to every single one as well. Take care, and I'll see you back really soon. Bye for now.